In the rugged terrain of human indifference, Bukowski's insights are a lightning bolt, illuminating the dark corners of our self-centered universe. We embark on a relentless quest, cutting through layers of apathy, challenging our comfortable notions of justice and empathy. This journey isn't gentle, it's a raw, unapologetic plunge into the depths of societal complacency, demanding a profound reckoning with our own selective blindness. We're all going to die, all of us, what a circus. That alone should make us love each other, but it doesn't. We are terrorized and flattened by trivialities. We are eaten up by nothing. In this quote, Bukowski touches on the existential dread that pervades human existence, juxtaposing it with the ironic trivialities that consume our daily lives. His words echo the sentiments of existentialist philosophers like Jean-Paul Sartre, who also pondered the absurdity of life. However, Bukowski's approach is laced with a dark humor, almost mocking the human condition for its paradoxes. He implies that the awareness of our shared fate, death, should ideally unify us, yet ironically, it's the petty aspects of life that dominate our concerns. This perspective has a whimsical, yet poignant quality, as Bukowski seems to challenge the reader to reflect on their priorities. In today's fast-paced, consumer-driven world, his words are a stark reminder of the fleeting nature of life and the often misplaced focus of our worries. Bukowski's insight here is a call to reassess what truly matters in life, urging us to rise above the pettiness and find solidarity in our common humanity. Nobody can save you but yourself, and you're worth saving. It's a war not easily won, but if anything is worth winning, then this is it. Bukowski's emphasis on self-salvation and the inherent value of personal struggle is both empowering and daunting. This quote reflects a deeply individualistic philosophy, resonating with the American ethos of self-reliance. However, Bukowski frames this journey not as an idealistic pursuit, but as a gritty, hard-fought battle. This perspective aligns with the existentialist view of life as an inherently challenging endeavor, where meaning is not given but created through personal struggle. This quote can be seen as an antidote to the sense of helplessness that often pervades modern life. In a world where external forces, be it societal expectations, economic pressures, or political turmoil, seem to dictate the course of our lives, Bukowski's words are a reminder of the power of personal agency. His call to self-salvation is particularly relevant in an era where mental health awareness is on the rise, emphasizing the importance of self-care and personal resilience. You have to die a few times before you can really live. Here, Bukowski delves into the concept of rebirth through adversity. This idea is reminiscent of the Phoenix myth, where renewal follows destruction. Bukowski suggests that true understanding and appreciation of life are earned through overcoming its challenges. This philosophy aligns with many spiritual and philosophical traditions that view suffering as a crucial component of personal growth and enlightenment. In the modern context, this quote can be interpreted as an encouragement to embrace life's challenges and to see them as opportunities for growth. It speaks to the resilience of the human spirit, acknowledging that while life can be fraught with difficulties, each challenge carries the potential for personal transformation. Bukowski's view here offers a counter-narrative to the often glorified pursuit of perpetual happiness, proposing instead that it is through the trials and tribulations of life that one attains a deeper, more meaningful existence. Some people like what you do, some people hate what you do, but most people simply don't give a damn. Bukowski's reflection on apathy and the human quest for validation delves deep into the psychological underpinnings of our desire for recognition and connection. This quote, stark in its honesty, confronts the often uncomfortable truth about human indifference. The struggle for acknowledgement and appreciation is a universal one, transcending cultural and social boundaries. Artists in particular face this battle head-on, but the sentiment extends to virtually every human endeavor. Bukowski is not just speaking about artistic recognition, he is addressing a fundamental aspect of the human condition, our deep-seated need to matter to others. In a modern context, this quote resonates profoundly in an era dominated by social media, where the quest for likes, shares, and followers often becomes an obsessive pursuit. Bukowski's words serve as a sobering reminder of the futility of such endeavors, highlighting the transient and often superficial nature of external validation. His perspective encourages a shift inwards, urging individuals to find value and meaning within themselves rather than seeking it in the fleeting approval of others. This quote also touches on the existential loneliness of the human experience. The idea that most people are indifferent to one's struggles and achievements can be a source of existential dread. However, there's a liberating aspect to this realization. It frees one from the shackles of public opinion, allowing for a more authentic expression of self, unburdened by the expectations and judgments of others. Real loneliness is not necessarily limited to when you are alone. Bukowski's musings on loneliness transcend the common understanding of the term. He implies that loneliness is not merely a physical state of being alone, but a deeper, more pervasive sense of isolation that can occur even in the midst of a crowd. This observation prompts a reevaluation of the nature of loneliness, suggesting that it's more about a lack of connection and understanding than the absence of physical company. In the context of today's highly connected world, this quote holds particular significance. Despite the plethora of ways to connect digitally, the epidemic of loneliness continues to grow. Bukowski's words hint at the idea that real connection goes beyond mere physical presence or digital interactions. It's about a deeper, more empathetic understanding between individuals. This perspective on loneliness also opens up a dialogue about the quality of our relationships and interactions. It challenges the notion that being surrounded by people or being constantly connected online equates to a fulfilled and connected life. In a sense, Bukowski is inviting us to seek deeper, more meaningful connections rather than settling for the superficiality that often characterizes modern social interactions. The wisest thing to do if you're living in hell is to make yourself comfortable. Bukowski's advice to make oneself comfortable in hell is a testament to his pragmatic and stoic approach to life's challenges. This quote speaks to the human capacity for resilience and adaptability in the face of adversity. Bukowski is not suggesting passive resignation to one's circumstances. Rather, he is advocating for a pragmatic acceptance coupled with a proactive effort to find comfort and meaning, even in the most challenging situations. This philosophy resonates with the concept of Stoicism, where the focus is on controlling one's response to external events rather than the events themselves. Bukowski's approach is about finding a way to endure and even thrive amidst the chaos and hardships of life. This mindset is particularly relevant in times of personal or societal crisis, where circumstances often feel overwhelming and beyond control. Moreover, this quote encourages a reevaluation of what it means to find happiness and contentment. Bukowski implies that true contentment comes from within, from an ability to adapt and find peace, even in the least ideal conditions. It's a call to cultivate inner strength and resilience, to find pockets of joy and meaning in a world that can often feel like hell. I guess the only time most people think about injustice is when it happens to them. This quote provides a stark reflection on human nature and societal behavior. This statement, succinct in its delivery, encapsulates a profound and multifaceted truth about empathy, awareness, and the human condition. At its core, Bukowski's remark critiques the inherent self-centeredness that characterizes much of human behavior. This tendency to be preoccupied with one's own experiences often leads to a myopic view of the world, where the suffering and injustices faced by others are overlooked or minimized until they directly impact us. This observation is not just a commentary on individual behavior, but a reflection of a broader societal issue where empathy and action are often reactive, triggered by personal experience rather than proactive compassion. The quote also touches upon the concept of empathy and its limitations. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, is crucial in fostering a just and caring society. However, Bukowski's words suggest that empathy is often conditional and limited, bounded by our own experiences and understanding. This limitation not only hinders our ability to fully grasp the extent of others' suffering, but also affects our willingness to act against injustice. It raises the question, how can we extend our empathy beyond our immediate experiences and concerns to include those of others, especially when their experiences are far removed from our own? Awareness is often the first step towards action, but this awareness must be cultivated and nurtured. It requires an active effort to educate oneself about the experiences and struggles of others, to listen to their voices, and to understand the systemic and structural factors that contribute to injustice. If this narrative resonated with you, do support us. Hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe. Thank you for staying with us to the end. See you in the next video on Plaid Chronicles.